excuse me while I water my roses. Do you like roses? Here, why don't you come squirt them? Give them a little squirt. They just came from an admirer of mine just yesterday. I was surprised.
Oh, another admirer of yours asked me to bring a poem of his to read for your opinion. Would that be all right with you?
Well, I don't really mind, no. Why don't you read it?
He's a great admirer of your work.
Nice to hear.
The poem's called North Wind.
Wait, North Wind? I'm sorry about this. It's just trying to be quicker these days. It's no title. Just keep track of it.
Nothing makes a bluer sky than white mare's tails, spun off like whips before a fine north wind. Over greens of bush and grass and tree, cattle turn tail and flocks bunch up. You can give me your honest opinion on it, because I'll report back to you.
Well, I don't know. On the spot, I guess I could say something about the whips suggesting a cosmic implication, but I really can't be sure if that opening line has enough of an announcement of the subterranean impetus that I also feel in the poem.
I suspected that duality myself, but I don't think it's bad for a beginner, do you? I mean, it's not as inspired as the line you're famous for, your great line, sun rose on the sea today with a thrilling flush of wind, but I don't think it's bad for a beginner.
Oh, well, no, I mean, I was a beginner once myself. We all have to start somewhere. I started somewhere also.
But it takes inspiration.
Well, that word is so difficult to track down. I mean, let me ask you a question. Does a door need inspiration to open?
But inspiration, I think, must come from someplace.
Well, I don't know. That word inspiration, it's,
But don't you have to know when you're ready to open? Don't you have to know when you feel that you're on the point of something?
Well, yes. Auden is an example of someone. He used to say that he felt inspiration in his corns. For me, it's, I think, much more internal.
Oh, the quando era piacina that Mirandola spoke about in his notebooks when the writer's on the brink of a masterpiece, the feeling, the tingling feeling that he gets.
I feel it right here, right here.
Well, there is that heartfelt quality in your best-known poems, your love poems. But I find that quality in the later poems to be tempered with an obsession with death, which kind of almost spoils the initial impulse.
I don't know. You mentioned those love poems, and it's unfortunate for me to say so, but I just don't know if anyone really understands them. And I mean, now they give me, how do you say it, indigestion.
Well, it's only natural for you that those poems would be painful because of the intimate nature of the relationship. And I guess death follows naturally from there. Do you think much about death?
I think a great deal about it, and very seriously. I think in some way death is perhaps purely inspirational, and perhaps death is the only poem that writes itself.
That's it. Maybe we're all poets.
Sooner or later,